Coffee, Part 3. As we boarded the ship, the captain ordered immediate departure. "Catering Officer Sarah," she said. "Report to my ready room." She then looked in my direction. "I believe a support officer should be with her," she said. "Shortly she will be in need of your help." I didn't really want to be there, but what could I do? Sarah was a friend. I walked in with them. The captain sat heavily behind her desk. "Sarah," she said, "we could be in a great deal of danger. Not just us, but the whole coalition, because of what you have done. That treaty was our best chance of salvaging some goodness from this terrible war. Now I fear that we may face a long period of chaos." "Were you in any way aware of the gravity of your meeting with the Admiral?" "It wasn't really a meeting," began Sarah. "I'd taught his chefs how to make coffee, and the Admiral happened by. I recognized him from the reception and offered him a cup." The captain smiled a weary smile despite herself. "I see. Go on." "I didn't know that he would take anything I said as absolute law," she said quietly. "But—" "Continue, Sarah," said the captain darkly. "But, well, I guessed," she said. "Scuttlebutt among the crew was the Admiral was untrustworthy. So I didn't actually know that he was trying to use me as a tool against you, but I decided to assume that he was." The captain's face was impassive. Suddenly this conversation was going in a direction none of us had expected. "Coffee makes folks mellow and maybe a little careless," continued Sarah. "So I figured that if I looked clueless enough, and if he thought I didn't know how the Empire's law worked, he might think that he could take advantage of me to get a disadvantageous treaty enacted." "And what did you offer him?" asked the captain. "Up to 8 battle stations in the Expanse," Sarah said. "A complete end to the development of trinolic weapons, and a fleet of up to 4 standard stellar masses. At all points he accepted less than what you were to offer him." "Sir." The captain looked stunned. "So," the captain said slowly, "it would appear that you have managed to get the Admiral to agree to a treaty that will disadvantage him considerably." "Sir," replied Sarah, "it was good coffee, sir." "It remains for me to ask, how did you know the points that I was to offer?" "Those were classified." Sarah blushed. "Scuttlebutt, sir." The captain's crest inflated a little. "You can't protect the first officer," she said sternly. "He's due a reprimand immediately after yours." "If this is a reprimand now, which, frankly, I'm not sure." Sarah spoke quietly. "My coffee is really good," she said. "So yes, you don't see human chefs these days. It's a pity because they're very good, but that day we also learned that they had a streak of deviousness in them. And their gregarious nature, combined with that deviousness, makes them some of the best diplomats we've ever encountered. So we can't afford to waste them as chefs anymore, not when there are treaties to be negotiated." Sarah is now all over the galaxy, hammering out some of the toughest diplomatic issues that exist. But the good news? She still sends me coffee whenever she can. Would you like to try some?